You know that feeling, right? You're stuck in a conversation about the weather, just nodding along, but inside you can literally feel your energy draining away. But what if that dread, that absolute hatred for small talk, wasn't some kind of social flaw? What if it was actually a sign that your brain is, well, highly efficient? That's exactly what we're going to get into.
I mean, have you really felt it? That specific soul-sucking feeling you get after just a couple minutes of that kind of chit-chat? It happens to so many of us, and it really makes you wonder, what is actually going on in our heads when that happens?
And here it is, the big idea of this whole explainer, that drained feeling. It's not because you're shy or awkward or rude. It's actually a built-in feature of how your brain is wired to process information. Yep, it's a feature, not a bug.
Okay, so first, let's talk about the story most of us tell ourselves. Because when our brain has this reaction, we tend to jump to some pretty harsh and, as it turns out, totally wrong conclusions about who we are. Does any of this sound familiar? You think, I must just be shy, or I'm so socially awkward. You might even go so far as to wonder, is my brain broken for not enjoying something that seems to come so easily to everyone else? These are super common thoughts, but they're just wrong. So this is where we're going to reframe the whole thing. What feels like shyness, that's actually your brain being incredibly efficient with its resources. That feeling of social awkwardness, that's just your brain signaling that it needs something with more substance. And that fear that you might be broken? Nope. That's a core design feature of a mind that's built for logic.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Why does our brain even have this reaction in the first place? Well, it all comes down to a concept called surface-level aversion.
This is the key term right here. It sounds a little academic, but think of it as your brain's built-in quality filter. It's actively rejecting information that it flags as trivial because it's hardwired to hunt for meaningful data, stuff it can actually use and connect with.
And here's the perfect way to picture it. Small talk is basically cognitive static. It's just noise. It uses up your mental energy without actually delivering a clear signal. Your brain is a super efficient machine, and it's designed to tune out that static and lock onto something real.
Okay, and this brings us to what might be the most important part of this whole conversation. It's time to stop looking at this trait as some kind of weakness and start seeing it for the incredible strength that it really is. So let's do it. Let's make that shift right now. The very next time you feel that familiar energy drain during small talk, I want you to replace that old negative thought with a new one. Just remember this.
Seriously, let that one sink in. Your brain isn't broken. It's not failing you. It is operating exactly as intended. It's searching for substance and rejecting all the filler. Think of it like a high-performance engine that just wasn't built for idling.
So, every single time you find yourself craving a deeper conversation or a more meaningful topic, you're not failing to fit in. You are actively succeeding at being mentally efficient. You're prioritizing high-value information. And honestly, that's a cognitive superpower.
And this is the question I really want to leave you with. Knowing your mind is built for depth, not for paddling in the shallows. That changes things, doesn't it? It's not about avoiding people anymore. It's about being intentional. So what conversations are actually worth your energy? That's for you to decide.